Hello, happy Tuesday. So I had a bit of an interesting morning. I did a live Facebook video to kind of promote myself and some of my upcoming offerings. And it brought up a lot of anxiety, I'm not gonna lie. And I was like, okay, let's see what trapped emotions are around this. And dread came up and I released it, incorporating tapping instead of just using the governing vessel. I really love tapping. The way that it works is that by tapping on the end points or various points of meridians in your body, it actually retrains the amygdala to no longer respond to certain things that has previously been perceived as trauma. It is profoundly effective in a number of ways when you are working with things that you that are in your conscious awareness. But the emotion code works with your subconscious awareness, right? The tapping, if you're subconsciously aware of it, how can you tap and release that? So I'm kind of marrying the two by using the emotion code to bring up the subconscious awareness and using the tapping to release through the conscious awareness. Simply because I just wanted to try it to see if it would work, and it did. Not as quick as just running your hand over the governing vessel, but I'm also not as confident in doing that for some reason. I've got to work on that. I'm sure there's some like limiting beliefs trapped within me that I plan on working through. So in the meantime, I was like, oh yeah, I wanted to be documenting this work. I'm still like developing the muscle of doing that. It's really not my shtick normally to go online to film myself doing work like this. I've seen people like taking pictures of themselves when they're crying to give people permission to feel their feelings, and like that's usually just not in my brain. I just want to be in the moment. But I want to share this work. I find it to be so profound. So I am pushing myself. And I do have some more trapped emotions that need to be released. So I wanted to share that process with you. And so I just tested to make sure I have some more trapped emotions to work with. And so now I'm gonna go to my emotion code chart. I have it on my laptop today. All right, so is this trapped emotion in column A? Okay, is it in the even rows? Is it in row 2, 4, 6, 4? Is this an inherited trapped emotion? Is this inherited emotion column A? Is this inherited emotion in the even rows? Is this inherited emotion row 2 in row 4? Is this inherited emotion anger? Is this inherited emotion bitterness? Is this inherited emotion guilt? Inherited emotion guilt. Okay. Did I inherit this from my mother? Did I inherit this from my father? Interesting. I don't know what to do with that. Did I inherit this trapped emotion of guilt from my mother? Did I inherit this trapped emotion of guilt from my father? Okay, there we go. Sometimes it's all about how you ask the question, which is part of the process of learning this. Okay. Did my father inherit this emotion from his mother? Did his mother inherit this emotion from her mother? Did she inherit this emotion from her father? Okay, so this came from my great-grandfather. I should be writing this down. So, father, mother, her father. Did he inherit this trapped emotion from his mother? Did he inherit this trapped emotion from his father? Okay. So we're back 4 generations. Does this inherited emotion go back more than 4 generations? No. So so my father inherited it from his mother, she inherited it from her father, and he inherited it from his father. Did he inherit it from his mother? Did he inherit it from his father? No. So it started with my great-great-grandfather of guilt. Can I release this trapped emotion of guilt? No. Ooh. Is this inherited trapped emotion in my liver? Aha. Okay, so it's trapped in my liver. It's really interesting because after, it was after my second baby. Well, each time I was pregnant, I would always get I felt like my babies were always kicking me in the liver. It actually feels sore right now. And then after my second baby was born, I developed postpartum cholestasis, which is like a slowing down of, I guess, bile. And then I resolved that. And then about 6 months ago, I got some blood work done for life insurance policy, and I had some other elevated liver enzymes, which was concerning. So I went on a low-fat diet, and a couple months later got them retested and everything was fine. But it's been a concern that I've been having some weird liver issues, and having this guilt in my liver from my great-great-grandfather. Okay, interesting. Am I able to release this inherited emotion of guilt today? Yes. Okay, so with inherited emotions, you would run your hand over the governing vessel 10 times. So I'm going to do that. Well, here's something interesting that I've been playing with, that I have this thought of when people come to me, can I muscle test them to see what modality would actually help them for that problem? So will swiping the governing vessel help me release this emotion? Will tapping help me release this emotion? Okay, very cool. This is something I want to kind of add on to the body code, figuring out what it is that can be done to release this emotion, because there are so many modalities out there and different things affect different people differently. There's never one right or wrong way, right? And that's why people can be like, that doesn't work. Well, it just didn't work for you. Okay, so even though I have this inherited emotion of guilt from my great-great-grandfather on my father's side, I deeply and completely accept myself. I can already feel some energy shifting in my body. This trapped emotion of guilt. I'm releasing these trapped emotions. I'm releasing these inherited trapped emotions of guilt. And in doing so, I also release it from my father, my grandmother, her father, and his father before him. I'm just trying to think. My father was born in the 40s. My grandmother was born in 1910. So her grandfather was probably born in 1850. Wonder what was happening in Ukraine in 1850. Brought up some angst in the chest. Releasing this inherited emotion of guilt from my liver. Oh. Has this inherited emotion of guilt been released? Ooh, that's exciting. Okay. Do I have any more trapped emotions that can be released today? Yes. Are they in column A? Are they in the even rows? 2. Anxiety. Been getting a lot of anxiety. Is this trapped in my spleen? My stomach. Okay, it's in my spleen. Do I need to know anything about this emotion to release it? No. Am I able to release the emotion right now? Yes. Can I swipe the governing vessel to release it? Yes. Okay, so 3 times. Releasing anxiety from my spleen. Oh. just started getting like a sharp pain in my head. Okay, it's gone now. Probably need to drink some more water. Has this trapped emotion of anxiety been released from my spleen? Yes. Okay. Do I have any more emotions, trapped emotions that can be released today? That was like a weird. Do I have any more trapped emotions that can be released today? Okay. My body's like, I'm not sure. Is this trapped emotion column A? Is it in the even rows? 2, 4? Is it anger? Okay, anger. Is this trapped in my liver? Again, my liver. No surprise there. Writing this down to journal later. I left my journal at home. Again, I want to document this for myself as well. Can I release this emotion from the governing vessel? Yes, okay. Has this trapped emotion of anger been released? Yes. Okay, amazing. Do I have any more trapped emotions that can be released today? Yes. Column A. Column B. Even numbers. 2. Is it failure? More failure. Lots of failure. Is this trapped in my spleen? Okay. Has this trapped emotion of failure been released from my spleen? Yes. Do I have any more trapped emotions that can be released today? Okay, column A, column B, even rows, 2, 4. Okay, so is it failure? Helplessness? Am I dehydrated? Yes. So when you start getting like lots of like when answers don't make sense, I mean, I guess I could just have a lot more failure to release. Let's do some tapping. Gonna have to learn how to edit videos so that this doesn't have to be the full thing each time. Or just send it to someone to edit for me. I'm releasing this trapped emotion of failure. Oh, you know, do I need to know anything else about this emotion to release it? No, okay. Sometimes the body wants to know. Have I fully released this trapped emotion of failure? Okay. Do I have any more trapped emotions that can be released today? I think, is it in column A? In even rows? Odd row. 1, 3, 5. Blaming, dread, fear, horror, peeved. Okay, so blaming. Do I need to know any more about this emotion or release it? Do I need to know more about this emotion or release it? Okay. Blaming. Is this in my kidneys and my bladder? So a lot in my bladder today, because the dread earlier was in my bladder. So I've got blaming, bladder. Do I need to know anything else about this emotion in order to release it? Do I need to know anything else about this emotion to release it? No. So let's release the blaming from my bladder. I'm just gonna keep tapping. I am releasing this trapped emotion of blaming from my bladder. And I feel like I have to pee now. And if you are still watching, thank you for watching. If you're not, I mean, it's kind of boring. But I mean, I might be bored, but I feel like it's really important to document this. Oh, I just gotta, like, my back of my body just softened more. Have I released this trapped emotion of blaming? No. Let's keep tapping. I release this trapped emotion of blaming from my bladder. I feel icky. But when you tap, you're supposed to really feel the icky so that you can retrain the brain to let go of the icky. So I'm just gonna feel really icky. I'm gonna keep tapping until I don't. Ugh, I feel so icky. Ugh. And I know how this shows up in my life. I'm constantly like, I always try to take accountability for my part in any actions. But when something at home happens that I don't like, I'm always like trying to blame my boyfriend. I'm sure he'll appreciate this. Oh, that feels better. Pain in my head has gone away. Have I released this trapped emotion of blaming? Do I have any more trapped emotions that can be released today? Okay. Thank God. It's a lot. I start to get really impatient, like, oh my God, is this over? But I know there's a lot in there. We all have a lot of trapped emotions. So that was about 15 minutes, and I released 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 trapped emotions, including, and then 6 from earlier today. So, kind of want to go take a nap. All right, well, I'm going to say thank you for staying tuned. I will continue to be recording these videos and sharing them on YouTube. I look and feel tired. I think I need to go rest. Please stay tuned for more. If you are curious about this work, please reach out. I would love to help you in any way that I can.